from the road. This may turn into potato vision, so bear with me. But, hoping to be home tonight. Now, I normally do these just for Low Buck Club members, which you can join for 99 cents a month. But I figured I'd give you a sample of what you could have for 99 cents a month. There's a Low Buck Club member right there. Morning. Morning to everybody. Merry Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, Agnostic Day, whatever you're into. Well, I'm not racing Buff home. I'm following him right now. We gotta deliver the Volare to his place in Oklahoma, and then his truck is actually at my house, so we got to shoot right back up to my place after that. But we left from Amarillo this morning, so should be doable in a day as long as the cars keep it together, you know. Wagon is magnificent. Buff is swerving violently all over the road. Here, maybe I can show you. There we go. See that? That's where we're going. Straight. That's right. So, I just wanted to give you a little update for everybody. We haven't done a live in a little bit here, so just wanted to let everybody know that we are still alive. My goal for the wagon is to, I'm not going to flip it. It's too good. I think I need to keep it, but I also feel like I need to keep everything. But what I would like to do is throw this 351 modified away, because that's what you do with those. And then I think 460, Ultra 460 in, real basic, you know, I mean, throw a timing set in it and go. And then bolted 871 blower on top of it. And then wagon. I think that would be tremendous. They are very expensive, and I don't normally do sponsored parts, but I think I would make an exception to have an 871 blower on my wagon. And this wagon does have a little secret, which is pretty cool. It has a gear vendor's overdrive in it. I don't know why. So, obviously, they all came with 9 inches. So, if we throw a 411 in the back here, we got the gear vendors. Pair that up with a 2600 RPM stall, stone stock Smog 460, and an 871. I think it'd probably be kind of hilarious. I wouldn't put a blower on my Torino because it's a driver. Blower not to actually drive. I would put it on the wagon. So we'll probably probably have to like, oh, yep, there. Is there a possibility of a Wooden's Fab Shop collaboration? Yeah. So I know him, and we've talked about doing some stuff. I'm not really sure. Definitely work on different things, but he's obviously very talented. So it'd be a lot of. Yeah, I would wager that you could put a stone stock Smog 460 in this car with an 871 and 411s, and you immediately have a car that is illegal to run on the racetrack without a cage. That's my guess. No, it is a very nice car. Otherwise, it's actually been, I mean, we drove it like 700 miles around Las Vegas. And now we've driven it another about 1,100 so far. So 1,800 miles, and I still got to go another 600. Well, less than that now, but it'll be around 2,400 miles total on this car. Merry Christmas. Hey, Jeremy, thanks for joining the Low Buck Club. Will do, George. Oh, my GoPro died. Oh, well. So, 351 modified. You can't find anything else. Yeah, you can. You just got to be creative. So the modified engines use the big block bell housing. Go get a 460 out of an 80s or 90s Ford truck. Put it right in. Why is Buff driving so slow? His car died? Going on up there. I have had to push his car with the wagon. Oh, there he goes. All right. Inevitable Jim was here. Had to pop out for church. Hey, thanks, dude. Dudes. Ah, I get it. Thank you. Yeah, funny story. Same guy that David Freiberger bought his truck from. And if you didn't know, Freiberger has the David Freiberger YouTube channel now. So you will be seeing this car's stablemate on his channel. We are currently somewhere in, I don't know, North Amarillo. We're not quite to Shamrock yet. Oh boy, I gotta climb a hill. Kicking off the gear vendors. Climbing the hill. No, the steering wheel's not on the wrong side. Guys, it's mirrored. It's a camera. I don't think I have any way to unmirror it. Who is Ryan Fox? I have no idea. It is a nice car. That's fair enough. You remember when cameras weren't mirrored, but you're not old enough to remember when they were mirrored the first time. So you got that going for you. Do you think an FMX transmission would work good on a 460? I don't see why not, but did they ever make the FMX with a big block bell housing? Maybe they did. should be just fine. I mean, 460s are not necessary. They're not really a powerhouse by any means. On the wagon. How long will I keep it? I kind of went over that already, but I'm thinking blower, gears, and you know, I'll keep it till I get bored of it. That's what car guys do. You know, I never understood that whole, you know, oh, I'm going to build one car to be perfect thing. If I had one car, I'd be bored to death. I like variety. I like all kinds of things. Mostly Pontiacs and Fords for some reason. But, you know, I like lots of cars. But I've always been that way. That's not a YouTube thing. My horde of automobiles is not something that has happened recently. It's, oh, thank you, Darren. I've always had a horde of stuff, and I just like having lots of cars. I buy a car, I screw around with it, I get bored of it, I sell it. I only occasionally regret it. There's like maybe 3 or 4 cars that I regret. Thought about doing a tall deck big block Chevy. No, that is what you call a waste of time, unless you just happen to have one laying around. My first car was a 65 Mustang. My second car was a 76 Ranchero, and then my third car was my 72 Le Mans that I still have. Honest to God, I think I've probably owned 200 cars in my life. And I think I might regret getting rid of 3 of them, maybe. When I sell something, I'm usually just tired of it. Yeah, we drove 1,000 miles yesterday. What's your main camera? It's a Lumix GH6. I'll never get rid of Old Blue. That was my grandpa's truck. I can't. He would haunt me for the rest of my days. Currently, he only haunts the truck. Come on, pass me now. What do I pay for car insurance? Where do these questions come from? I have Haggerty on all the old stuff. I've been very pleased with them. I am wearing blue underwear at the moment with insulated long johns. Yes. I do not drive the Eagle anymore. Because Kevin is supposed to take it home. Thank you, Busted Nuts. What did you ask from Santa for Christmas? Well, I always ask for $1 billion, but so far, no luck. I'll keep you posted on that. Oh, good. Road work. All right, I'm not going to read the chat for a minute here. Let me navigate this, and I will keep you here. Let's do a play-by-play. All right, so the scary orange cones. That means you must slow down because they're terrifying. Remember, if there's flashy lights, immediately panic. That is how you drive. Oh boy, not a Jersey barrier. Oh no. I do not believe I will be slaloming the station wagon. This is very narrow, seriously. It's too narrow for my wagon. My wagon is quite fat. Big bump. Ah! Man, good thing they're working on that road. This is called North Texas. It's just flat and miserable. Am I ever going to do an LS swap? No. The only way I would do an LS swap is if I put a points distributor in it and a carburetor. Then I might. There we go. Alright, kick that little Ferrari in the ass, Buff. Let's go. Hey, thanks, Two Hacks. Stop at Buc-ee's in Amarillo. I did. I got jerky. Do a chopped roof on any of my cars? Yes, I would. I would love to do a chopped top on something. Not anything past like 1955. Well, that's not, maybe 58. But yeah, there is a fine line on chopped tops. And if you don't follow it, you end up being that guy. You know, you don't want to be that guy. Alright, somebody keeps asking if I'm full-time YouTube. Yes, I am. If you watch the videos, you'll see it. Alright, I mean, I don't make a big deal about my personal life, but if you watch all the videos, you can probably gather what's going on, you know. 189 miles to Oklahoma City. Hell yeah. Are you ever coming to Ohio? I did go to Ohio. Again, you gotta watch the videos, my friend. We were up there for Pontiac Nationals in Norwalk. We'll be back next year. Theoretically, they've been working on the new building already, like, while I've been gone. I don't know. I just checkbook that stuff. I don't know. I doing power tour? Probably not. But what I might do is organize, without liability, my own power tour. Hey, thanks, Emmett. Oh yeah, the Cross Ram intake. I haven't heard from them in a while. I ought to reach out to them. Do you still have that LTD? I mean, yeah, man, it's in the videos. It's in the background. I drive it every day when I'm home. Well, when I need to. You gonna come to Florida at some point? Yeah, probably. I'd like to take Jess there. I'd really like to take her to Gulf Shores. Yeah, Jim's channel's doing pretty good. What car is the unicorn you've been looking for? Well, 67 or 8 Mustang Fastback, 62 Grand Prix or Catalina, 58 Mercury Turnpike Cruiser. That's what I'd really like to have. Thank you, Newton meters. What would you do if you don't make it home in time? I will make it home in time. I got these things, they're called hands. So if the car breaks, I can fix it. I'm not worried about it. I've driven much worse, much further. Really good car. Planning on doing any two-stroke stuff in the future? Absolutely not. If you tune into this channel, you're going to see 30s through 80s cars, and that's probably it. Although I did have an idea. I was at the local pick and pull the other day when we were doing Dad's car. And I had it, well, while we were there, thank you, Norman, there was a, I don't know what year, it was like an '01 or '02 Mitsubishi Eclipse. It was the fancy one with the ground effects, and, you know, it had a set of stupid wheels on it and stuff. And anyway, I was like, you know, it'd be kind of funny to go to pick and pull, buy a car, because they'd sell cars there. They only wanted $1,000 for it. And like, if I go to pick and pull, I buy this car, I got 3 or 4 days to turn it into a Fast and Furious dumbass mobile, and then try to flip it and make some money. That would be kind of fun. Thank you, Mr. Self-Destruct. Well, I'm glad I can offer you something. What do you plan on bringing to Pontiac Nationals? Either the 2+2 or my 64 Le Mans. One or the other. I know, 200 euro is worth more than the dollar, isn't it? I don't keep up on that stuff. Do you plan on running any more enduro races? No, probably not. Unfortunately, that video did not do good. It flopped, and, you know, it's too bad. I thought it was really good. But, no. it's very hard for me to justify the time and expense if I can't get a return on it of some kind. And I don't need to make a ton of money or anything, but I got to make something, you know. I got to keep the lights on. Thank you, John Cope. Buff's going to need to get a hold of you, John. That Volari's got a 904 in it. It works fine, but I'm trying to talk him into putting a 360 Magnum in it, and I think he probably killed that 904 pretty quick. He'll definitely kill the 7 1/4 in it. Well, thanks, Bruce. That's what I like to hear, man. And I always like to hear it. I don't know. I know we're kind of in an echo chamber here, but, you know, whenever it does seem like people list My Script Garage, Junkyard Digs, and Pole Barn Garage as the revival channels, and you know, it's pretty flattering. I appreciate that, and that's good company to be in. And you notify Discord when you go members only. So we do have a members only Discord. However, I don't know how to use it. I've posted a couple things in there, and I literally have no idea how to use Discord. I need to have JD show me how to do it, but I guess I'm old. It doesn't make any sense to me at all. Damn it. You know, before I went live, I had ZZ Top playing. You know, I'm cruising to my Gran Torino station wagon. It's not my fault that the boomers are better. You know, I'm sorry. I'm going to embrace it. How much further we got to go? Probably under 600 miles now. Huff, you're slowing down. I see you in there. Huff was doing like 105 miles an hour in that Volare last night. I think I scared him. So I was like, you know, you were doing like 105 miles an hour, right? Oh, okay. I couldn't keep up with it in this wagon. That Volare would definitely outrun this thing. Thank you, Norman. Much appreciated. And yeah, this wagon does have a 351M as in modified, which means it will be going in the scrap pile where it belongs. We don't have a boat tank. We are running on Buff's original gas tank, which has several holes in it. So whenever he takes a right turn or a left turn, it just dumps gas everywhere. It's really cool. Do you still have the 77 Malibu wagon? I have, I mean, I got it like, what, a week ago, 2 weeks ago? Yeah, I still have it. We'll do something with it. I don't know what. Bullshit it up, maybe flip it, sell it. I don't know. This wagon's way better. We should be coming up on Shamrock, Texas soon, which would put us pretty much right on the Oklahoma line. Greetings from Serbia. Shit. Well, welcome. 351 Cleveland is fine, but too expensive for me. I'd rather have a 460 or a 351 Windsor. And yeah, I got a little bit of a cold. I've had it for like a week, and it kind of got better out in the desert, then not better. Yeah, I don't know. If I would have stayed out in the dry out there, I probably would have got over it pretty quick. So, I think the next thing I'm going to do on the channel is either, well, the next thing I'm doing is I'm working on my Torino. I'm doing that. I got to get that done. I need that car. But after that, I think we'll probably shove that Cadillac motor in that 64 Buick. And then after that, probably, I don't know. I got that 64 Grand Prix also. So, and the Wagoneer. I got a lot of stuff to do. Some paint on the Torino. Yes. So we're gonna do the engine swap and get it mechanically squared away, and then I'll probably have Dad hang a quarter panel on it, and because I just don't have time to do it, not with making videos. But if I have Dad hang the quarter on it, then we can then knock out the body work and probably spray the Torino this spring. And it'll go back to its original color. Restoring the 2+2. Yeah, I mean, long term I would like to. For now, it doesn't look that bad. I might just leave it. You know, it's not like it's all mashed up or anything, and it's not terribly rusty. So, I don't know, I may just kind of rock it for a while as it is. I got too many cars. In fact, I think I'm going to have to let some stuff go, and I don't know. I'm thinking about it. I don't know what to sell, but because I'm kind of down to the cars I like. Plans for the Holy Goat, other than installing the engine back in it? Not really. Sell all your Chevys. I only have like 3. I don't have very many. I don't even like Chevys that much. Engines, you know. Yeah, so I kind of went over that already, Tim. 460 in the wagon is a for sure thing. This 351 modified, not only is it a 351 modified, but it's also gutless. Yeah, 351 Windsor doesn't bolt in these cars, though. I mean, it does, but you got to change everything. It's a Ford. You got to remember that. I swear, I think YouTube and car shows in general have made people think that you can just plug engines into things and they'll work. It won't. They're totally different. I just give away all my scrap metal. My buddy Zane picks it up usually. I've had a Vista Cruiser. No thanks. Now, Fords are tough to swap engines. They, make sure my gear vendors is on. It is. Fords are tough to swap engines in. I mean, they get so weird. But the good thing is that this has the 385 series bell housing, so she'll bolt right in. What year you're talking about? You know, honestly, I like pretty much anything as long as it's built before about 1982. Would you recommend an AMC 6-cylinder engine after driving one? I would have recommended one before driving that Rebel. If you want A to B transportation, those are good engines. The 232, the 258, the 40, whatever the smaller one was, those are really, really rock solid engines. And they're very simple to work on. And, you know, honestly, parts are pretty common for the engine. The car is a different story. But for the engine, they're great. Obviously, I mean, they built them for 60 years. They must have been doing something right. Little Grip Garage and JD should do a project together. So that's kind of interesting. I just ran that by Derek. I haven't heard back from him, but he's really busy. So I was thinking we do a father-son shootout, either fathers versus sons, or me and JD against, you know, him and Bentley. And because JD and Bentley are friends, or well, they know each other at least. And so I don't know. They seem to get along. That would be fun. I think it'd be good for the kids, but I don't know. We'll see. I'd like to make that happen maybe next summer when the kids are out of school. Also, Speed Bump Garage. Ken, I talked to Ken. If you guys haven't checked out Speed Bump Garage, you should. Jack is Ken's son, and he does a lot of work. And he does pretty much everything on his own. He's JD's age, I think. Yeah, they do a lot of stuff, nicer than what we do, but it would be fun to just kind of do a shootout thing like that, because we all have our different styles. I gotta say, though, I think JD might have their number. If it was kids versus kids, I think JD's pretty good. He's pretty good. Probably just putting a Smogger 460 in my Torino. I don't want to, but I would like to. You know, something's got to happen. Now, there is another 71 Mark III for sale near me on Facebook. And it's got a Dub 460 in it, and it supposedly is good. But the guy wants $3,000 for it. It's missing parts, it's been sitting forever, and it doesn't have a title. So he's on crack. I offered him $1,000 like 2 months ago, and he says, I've already been offered more. And so I said, all right, well, you probably ought to take that money and run. Then go figure, he never sold it. So I did just message him this morning and said, hey, I'll still give you $1,000 for it, just so I can pull the motor. Hell, he can keep the car as long as I can pull the motor out of it. I don't want the car. Making a return to Electric City Speedway. You know what I would really like to do? And if anybody has any connections at Electric City Speedway in Butler, Missouri, that's where we did that enduro race. It's a great track. I would love to get a hold of the guys there, and I kind of talked to them, and they weren't very interested. But I'd like to get a hold of those guys and do a duct tape drag style thing, but on a dirt track. I think that would be a lot of fun, but I don't know. I mean, some of those dirt track guys are, I don't know, all they're about is racing. And unfortunately, racing doesn't fill the stands anymore. I mean, honestly, nobody cares about it. The general public does not go watch dirt track racing. So what they do watch, or they would watch, is about 200 idiots trying to endurance race for like 1,000 laps or something stupid like that. They would watch that. So I don't know, but I would happily pony up some money to get that done if we could. And also, there's the Flying H drag strip that just opened up in Odessa, Missouri, and that's really close to me. And I have tried to get in touch with them as well. Oh, thanks, JJ. I don't know what a Ford Gazelle is. Is that a big truck or something? But I have tried to get in touch with the guys at Flying H and say, hey, you know, this duct tape drags thing, and I mean, it's very successful. They make a lot of money off of that. The track does too. It's a good deal for them. And I don't know, crickets. Well, we got the NHRA coming. Well, nobody goes to that. Nobody cares. I don't know. People like to watch participant sports, things that they can do, you know. And that's not it anymore. Vice Grip Garage have bad blood? No. I don't think so. I mean, there have been, I would say we've always gotten along. I don't know, I got to know him better, and yeah, he's a good guy. I don't want to know where the owner lives. I'm not just going to show up at his house. But I would definitely, I don't know. I mean, I don't know if they don't look at their messages or something, or maybe they're old guys and they don't. I don't know. Got an email. All right. So I do read my emails. I don't respond to every one of them. I do read them all. So if I don't respond, it's probably just because I'm not interested, or, you know, I mean, honestly, I can't respond to all of them. I do get a lot. I wish I could, but I do read them. Drinking C4 energy drink thing. It's got brain power in it. I need all that. Email me about a car I have. If I don't have anything currently for sale, so that's probably why I haven't responded. There will be stuff for sale in the near future here, but not right away. I have not seen the Pontiacs in the junkyard for $1,000. Oh, the Eagle. Yeah, man, I've gone over that. That's Kevin. Kevin wants the SX Sport. So, not for sale. Sorry. It's on one of the wagon Facebook posts. I'll check it out. Yeah, let's see if we can't rustle up a little something, because I would happily pony up the insurance money or something to cover that event, and then do a duct tape drags thing in the Midwest. I mean, right in the middle of the country, so that maybe it's a little more accessible for everybody. I think that would be fun as hell. Have a burnout bid, duct tape drags competition, and you know, I don't know. It'd be great. I mean, we couldn't bring in all the big stars or whatever necessarily, but we could bring in some people. Yeah. Oh, you got 2 Lincolns in Arkansas. I wish I had a trailer with my wagon. I'd just swing by and grab it. Unfortunately, once I get home, I'm not going to have time to go trucking all over and get cars. Hey, if you can deliver one of them, if it's got a motor in it, bud, send me an email, pbgdalton@gmail.com. I'll pay you to deliver it. Oh, that Gazelle. I see. Yeah, I knew a guy who had one of those. The Ford Gazelle. That makes sense. Yeah, no, probably not for me, but it would be interesting, that's for sure. Ooh, I gotta turn my heat down, it's getting warm. Try Rogersville for drag racing. And where's Rogersville? I'm on a quarter-mile track, and the only quarter-mile track around us that I know of is Flying H. I don't want that 8th mile stuff. It's no fun. Even, you know, because if you have a slow car and it's an 8th mile, you do like, what, 60 miles an hour by the end of it? It's not fun at all. At least if you have a slow car and you're doing a quarter mile, you're going to be doing 80, 85 miles an hour, and I don't know, it's more enjoyable for the guy driving. Ooh, 10 degrees in Maine. Too cold for me. I don't know what the temp is back home. I've got several layers of clothing on. I probably have about one too many. Boy, this road is rough. Hey, I would love a Fiero. Seriously. DB Cooper. By the way, we found him. There he is. No, I would love to have a Fiero. Not an early one, though. I want a GT, and I want like an 87 or, I don't know, whatever the last years were. That's what I want. Tulsa drag strip is a quarter mile. Well, that'd be cool. I'd really rather go to the drag strip that's like 45 minutes from my house, but, you know, I guess we can do Tulsa. I tell you what, if anybody can get connections with any quarter mile drag strip in the Midwest, I'm in. I just, in my head, I'm like, Flying H in Odessa, Missouri is brand new. When's the last time you saw a quarter mile track open up brand new? It doesn't happen anymore, right? So they're bucking the trend there, and they should advertise it. I mean, they should give people, it should be a destination for car guys. And currently it's a destination for racing guys. And racing guys are different than car guys. And it would be, why not have both audiences? Thanks, Canadian Gamer. I appreciate that. Merry Christmas. Woo, bump. Yeah, we are in Oklahoma, and I have had some run-ins with Oklahoma Highway Patrol lately. So hopefully we can avoid that. I'm perfectly legal. And Buff is definitely perfectly legal as well. I am legal. I am 100% legit this time. Not watching the chat right now. 1 sec here. Kind of got to get around some of these trucks. Just cruising. Man, I screwed up a tendon in my wrist working on an assembly line. And lately this thing has been popping. Why? Can't claim work comp on it now. Alright, there we go. Road opened up. Would it make sense to register as a car dealer? It definitely would, but Missouri makes it a freaking nightmare to do it. You actually have to have a car lot to do it. So, not Missouri. You know, good old, I'm going to get political for 2 seconds here. Good old heavily red Missouri and all of their government regulations. Talk about two-phase. worked on the line for GM until I got into trades. So I worked on the assembly line for 8 years. I'll look for your email about Rogersville. Thank you. US 36 has dirt oval and 1/8 mile drag strip. I mean, I guess I would settle for an 1/8 mile, but it's just not nearly as much fun. Yeah, I'm glad we can do this live stream here, because I was just getting kind of bored. Where did Buff go? Buff bought a car. If you're on Facebook or Instagram, make sure you follow Buff's Garage and me, and you'll be 100% up to date on everything I post every single day. So if you're ever wondering, just check the Instagram or the Facebook page, and you can see what I'm up to. I always post day-to-day updates there. Speaking of that, do you guys see that bullshit, celebrity facts thing on me? What happened to Bull Barn Garage's wife? That just came out this morning, and it is wrong on every. I don't even know where they got the information from, but it is. They don't even spell my name right. I mean, God, that's public record. How's your neck feeling since the 2+2 video? I've still got a little twinge in it. It's way better. I mean, I'm not crippled, but it, I don't know, if I move my head wrong, it does kind of twinge. So as soon as my health insurance kicks in, I'll probably go get that checked out. Yeah, it was hilarious. We could smell a lawsuit coming in. What are you talking about? There's a lot of paranoia and schizophrenia out there, isn't there? I will have health insurance. I'm very proud of that. What were your thoughts on Chris's cars? Bert's a magician. Gives me is that's all. That's. Sorry, I probably broke up there, but he's very good at what he does. Birdsong is really, really good. He welded up the seat brackets for these Pro Car buckets, and dude, I mean, he just, bam, they're done. What a guy, and they're perfect. Yeah, he's something else. He's 10 times as talented as I am, that's for sure. Yeah, that AI video about what happened to my wife. So, the only reason it bothers me is all they would have to do is ask. I mean, I got nothing to hide. I'm not one of those guys that keeps my whole life secret. I mean, I think you guys are participating in my life, right? So you know, I feel like you deserve to know what, I don't know, who the hell I am anyway. So how do you judge somebody if you don't know anything about them, right? So like it says, Dalton has a 6-figure net worth. That's not very much, so that is accurate. Like, I worked for General Motors for 12 years. I put money into my retirement account. I got 6 figures in there after 12 years of contributions. You're damn right I do. As far as what do I have on hand? Not that. And I got my house and all my cars and all that stuff. You know, I mean, sure, my net worth is probably, I don't know, it's probably $300,000, I guess, if I sold everything I owned. But I'm not Bill Gates. Yes, I punched birdsong. Will the wagon do a burnout? No, it will not. All right, well, here, let me clear the air here. I'm going to do it because that came out and it actually had some traction, even though it was one of those crappy AI videos. So when I was 16, I knocked up my girlfriend. That's where JD comes from. If you can do the math, I'm 31. JD will be 14 next month. There you go. All right, so I was never married to her, but her and I have been friends forever, and we get along great, always have. Then I did get married later on. I got married like 6 or 7 years ago. About 7 years ago. And we were married for about 2 or 3 years. Just didn't work out. And well, as a matter of fact, the straw that broke the camel's back was doing YouTube. It was about the time I got the Holy Goat, and I was spending a lot of time in the garage, and she wasn't okay with that. Fair enough. So, it just didn't work out. It was pretty mutual, but we got a divorce. And a couple of years go by, and I met Jess. And Jess is very supportive, and she's pretty much everything I could ever ask for, you know. So it all works out. But that's all there is to it. I mean, there's no great big drama or anything. That's just, simple. It's as simple as that. I'm sure a lot of other people have had a lot messier relationships. That is the one thing that bothers me about that video is, like, all you gotta do, just ask me. Whoever is putting that garbage together, I don't know, hell, they're probably not English speaking, but still, I don't care, just ask. Thank you, DB Cooper. We found him again. What happened to my ex-wife's car? So I did build a 1970 Le Mans convertible with a 455 for her, and I gave it to her in the divorce, no contest. That was her car, so that's what she took whenever she left. And it was very fair and mutual. I got stuff too, but she sold it, and I don't know what happened to that car, but it was a really nice car. We put it was pretty much all new. You want to know more about my dog? I don't have a dog. We do have a fish. But it's just a fish. So I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I get it. Look. So this guy says he doesn't judge anyone he watches for the car content. I'm the same way. But not everybody is like that. A lot of people do want to know, like, I mean, where'd you come from, or what kind of person are you really? And whenever I mean, let's face it, I'm an okay mechanic. I'm an okay body man, but I'm not great. I don't think a shop would ever hire me. Maybe for old cars exclusively, but I don't think I'm getting a job as a mechanic. I'm just not one. I just like to mess with cars, and I don't pretend to be one. So what I can offer you is more of a, you get like a little personal connection, right? So people like that. And there's people out there that don't necessarily have those personal connections in their real life, and so this kind of helps them out. And I hear that a lot, and it's something I really strive to make sure I fulfill, because I think that I do think that content like this helps people when they have a rough time, and that's important to me. I just want them to feel like they're welcome. I'm a decent painter. I'll give myself that. Like I'm not the best, but I could work in a makeup. I could do that. Yeah, my whole goal is to inspire others to do what I do. It's not to sell you anything. That's not what I want to do. I don't want to sell you I mean, yeah, I do the advertisements and stuff like that for the integrations. Look, I don't give a shit if you buy it. I don't care. I don't get anything from that. I just do it so I keep the lights on. That's it. And I will always be 100% honest with you about everything. I don't like people that like hedge it. They try to play they play politician with their fans, and I think it's gross. I don't like it. I'm not going to do that. If I think you're stupid, I'm going to tell you you're stupid. It's simple as that. Maybe that keeps me from going as far as others, but I don't really care. Will you be honest and admit that you lost the game? What game? Quitting your job to do YouTube? It's a good question. No, I don't, because I'm doing this, and this is awesome, and this is what I've wanted to do forever. At the same time, I had a really good job as an industrial electrician. It was an inside job. It paid good. I had great benefits, good retirement, pretty good job security. I mean, I'm making more now, but it's not a lot more. I did get to take a lot of naps at work whenever I was in the plant. That was pretty good. I sleep a lot less now, but when I was working and doing YouTube, that was a lot, and I did that for 2 years, and that's working, minimum 40 hours, but you guys know how that goes. It's more like 50 hours a week at work, and then coming home and doing YouTube stuff until midnight or 1 in the morning, and sleeping a few hours and going back to work, and this was about all I had. I just got tired. Something broke, and I had to quit. So it was give up YouTube, or it was give up working. And so I gave up working. And unfortunately, I think that bridge is pretty well burned. So I didn't go about that the right way. I do have a little bit of regret there. But, well, screw them, I guess. I was UAW, not IBEW. If I could do it over again, I would go IBEW. IBEW would have had me out a lot quicker. UAW is I mean, they're not bad, but they're kind of a mess. I have no regrets so far. I mean, we're coming up on 9 months. 9 months of me doing this full time. I'm happier mentally. I still stress out all the time, and I'm scared. You know, I mean, I'm running scared every day. That's why I work my ass off. I know I do. Maybe I work too much. I don't know. But that's all I've ever known how to do is work. I mean, kind of going back to what we were talking about earlier. You know, we had JD when I was 17, and so from the moment I knew that he was coming to the world, I was working a full-time job, and on top of doing side jobs and whatever I could do to make money. And so I ran scrap metal. I mean, whatever, anything I could do to make an extra buck. Moved furniture, drove a box truck, odd construction jobs, whatever I could do. And I still went to school, and I still graduated with 3.0 GPA. You know, I mean, that was something you had to do for sure. But from that time on, I've always worked, I don't know, a lot. 40, 50, 60, 70, 80 hours a week just to make ends meet. And so now I'm only working for myself. I'm terrified that this could disappear at any moment, and I just want to keep working and working and working. I've never worked for myself before, so this is new. And it's still very new, and it's still very scary. Honestly, sorry, I'm really only reading the chat whenever there's open road. There's cars around me, I won't. But so when I was getting ready to quit my job, what I did was what anybody would do. I called my dad to see, called my dad and said, I don't think I can do this anymore. And I was expecting him to say, well, you know, stick it out for a little while longer or whatever. But he didn't. He said, yeah, you should do it. You're young. You can always start over. And so I did. I did. The next day I went in and said, I'm done. I couldn't take another minute. Buff, are we getting off here? I think Buff's in here. I don't know if we need fuel or not. Neither one of us have a gas gauge. We're in Elk City, Oklahoma right now, so it's got a little bit of traffic. Not a lot, but there are people here, unlike the rest of the state. plan on following in your footsteps and starting a channel. So yeah, we have the second channel outside the barn, and he's made a couple videos there. In fact, he made one while I've been gone. I've got to upload it for him. But he can do a YouTube channel, but I'm going to make him go learn a trade first. You know, I want to send him off for an apprenticeship, just do something. And if he, you know, because he could be he could do the YouTube thing for sure. I think we all know that, but yeah, I want him to have a real job and get that experience, because I think you can tell when people just have success immediately in life. You know, I think they get soft hands, and you know, I feel like I work for what I have, and you know, I don't know, I take pride in it, and I think it shows, and I think I don't know, people respect you better if you've worked, you know, a real job. If you've worked for somebody, if it sucked, if you've had to deal with bullshit every day, but you didn't say a word because you needed that paycheck, you know, that builds character. That builds a man. And I just don't want him to be I don't want him to be some spoiled little soft-handed, you know, whatever. I don't think he's gonna be. I don't think it's possible. But he needs to go out in the real world. I'm trying to talk him into being a lineman. You need the calluses on your heart, your soul, and your hands. And I don't know. You know, anytime I'm in a room and it's just full of these white collar, you know, button pushers, and stuff, I just don't. I'm gonna lose you guys. I don't know if you're still there. I hit a bad dead zone there. Man, we just got over 1,000 people too. Ain't that a bitch? Yeah, I mean, I am driving. There's really not anything I can do about that. But, alright, if I'm back, I'll keep going. I'll keep going until Buff wants to stop for gas. He's the one with the leaky fuel tank, so really it's up to him. How do you feel about a lot of YouTubers buying cars for just YouTube? I mean, I do it. I'm guilty of that. But I really try to buy cars that I like, you know, or I can have a use for, you know, something. I don't want to just buy, I don't know, just anything. I would say I do pretty good about buying cars that I do like, or I can find a use for. Yeah, I bet he does, Kenny. Linemen make great money. It's dangerous work. It'll put hair on your chest. But what it does is I mean, I see this all the time, especially with the exposure that comes with social media, right? I mean, I see people out there that they're scared of everything. I mean, they're just terrified of everything. And you can't be. I mean, you know, if you work a trade and I don't know, I mean, it grow a pair of balls when you do stuff like that, right? I'm not scared of hardly anything. You know, I am cautious about things. Scared, no. And I don't know. That's the way my dad, grandpa, that's just the way they are. They're men. And I know you got them like Andrew Tates of the world and whatever that other fairy British guy is. You know, they're the ones that say, well, we're men and woman bad and all that, you know. What a bunch of scumbags. I'd like to sock any of those in the mouth. what's that, Jordan Peterson, the Peterson guy. I mean, what a lily, soft-handed little puss. And that Andrew Tate guy too. Not only is he convicted felon, but I know there's a lot of young guys out there that watch, and if you watch them, listen, that ain't a man, okay? A man is someone who fixes and builds, you know, and a man is someone who finds a good woman and loves her, all right? And it ain't, I don't know, it's sickening. It's absolutely sickening to me. I only mentioned that because I saw a clip of that Andrew Tate guy, and he's got this cigar and these two bimbos on his arms. Like, oh, if they leave me, I'll find another one tomorrow. And what an empty existence! What an absolute piece of shit. But you know, hey, I'm not taking it too serious or anything, right? Retired meat cutter. Thank you for your service. Manosphere content. That is a great word for that crap. Is that actually what they call it? Manosphere? If that's how I can describe it, I would like to do a video on showing what a man does. You know, chopping firewood, feeding his family, taking care of his, you know, his loved ones. That's what you do. You don't act like a jackass. It's not all about money or being a top G or whatever. Just disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. You guys working in a factory, thank you for your service. You know, you guys out there, and I'm a little bit ashamed that I'm not doing that anymore. It does feel a little pussified to me that I'm not working a trade, blue collar. You know, I took pride in that. I took a lot of pride in the fact that I went to work and I did, you know, I fixed shit. You know, I kept that line moving. You know, I was productive. I was just a cog in the machine, but without that cog, the machine don't work. And you should take pride in that. A lot of pride in it. You don't need a college education to have that pride. Thank you, Scaglio. Getting off here, Buff? Is this what we're doing? I don't think there's a gas station on this exit, is there? No, there's definitely not. Somebody sent Buff an instructional on how to use Google Maps. He could use it. Oh, we're making a right. Okay. Oh, there is. Oh, yeah, this little shithole gas station here. Whoop, you fell down. All right. Well, I guess we're going to get some fuel. Well, screw it. I'll keep doing it. I don't care. Let's just do a live stream all the way home. Don't matter to me. But I do have to pee, so you guys will have to, like, bear with me for just a second while I run in and use the little girl's room. But, and I do have to film some stuff. So if you just hang out for a minute, leave us in the car. Do you want me to leave you in the car? I can do that. Or do you want to... I'm wrong about Jordan Peterson? Throw that man a carburetor, see if he can fix it. You ain't done real work. I don't have a lot of respect for you. Here we are. Is it going?
Yeah. I figured we're both getting close on gas, so.
Yeah, how far do we go?
A little over 200 miles.
Really?
No. 2 hours.
160.
150, yeah. Sorry.
That sounds good.
Yeah, it's not doing bad. Not chugging at all.
Talk about the truck over there rubbing the fenders.
Oh, no, that's factory. Here, you gotta change the masses while you fill up the car. I'm gonna do. Oh, you're still alive. Oh, yeah. Awesome.
Yeah, I'll probably just do it all the way home. I'm gonna film something too. Hang on.
I'm not as tall. Hello, everybody. All right, I can see the chat. Grab some jerky. Oh, that's a must. Hello, everybody. You're actually seeing the video being made right now. I gotta tell you, this has been one heck of a week. It's been a week and 2 days, I think, and it feels like it's been a month. And that's a good thing, not a bad thing. No, I'm good. What a great road trip partner he is. A lot of fun. Hey everybody, I see all the haze. I appreciate all of you guys, all the support. Yeah, I see a lot of new subscribers, a lot of stuff on Instagram and Facebook. I couldn't do it without you guys. Couldn't do it without Dalton. We've always just kind of hung out and done stuff. It doesn't necessarily need to be on camera, but here we are doing it on camera for you guys, and it's a lot more fun. How's the Volare holding up? Well, I'm just going to steal his camera real quick. And we'll let you see the amazingness that is the Volare. So remember, this thing was in the desert for 20 years. We literally got it running within 30 minutes of seeing it. And then, probably midday yesterday, it was cruising along good. We probably put 200 or 300 miles on it. And then it just started acting like it was running out of gas. Well, it was. The fuel line was clogged. So we did the quick fuel Dalton trick. That is a 3/8 fuel line shoved down the filler neck, over the roof, all the way around. And since I had no passenger lights, desert car, they were rotted off, we just went right through the passenger parking light hole there, straight into the fuel pump. Everything works great. Believe it or not, the little 318 and 727 transmission does awesome. The whole car is a pile. It rattles and it's full of, well, rat mess. You can see my little travel car here. Do not shut the door until you're inside because it does not open again. It's pretty trashed. Like literally we drove it out of the desert where it was sitting and we did nothing else to it. We made it run, we made it drive. We did not clean it, we did not wash it. It is what it is. And your host has returned.
14.8 gallons, Jesus.
We made a good run.
Yeah, that was a good haul. Hey, roadkillcustoms.com is here. It's cold out here. I'm getting back in the car. Oh, hang on. Here's the striptease portion of the program today. I was hot in the car, so I'm going to take off my hoodie. There we go. I had a sweater on under that. Gross. This thing needs the Starsky stripe. Yeah, I looked up some guys that had done that, and they looked pretty dumb, actually. Maybe I could do it better. But honestly, it doesn't look that bad. I may just leave it alone. Single digit temps. New. Not for me. That's why I don't go north. Maybe in the summer. Maybe in the summer. So, the image is mirrored, and I don't think there's anything I can do about that. No, I don't need to retouch. I don't need to beautify myself. What does this button do? I don't need to highlight anything. That's dumb. Yeah, there's nothing I can do about that. .53 in Houston right now. See, that's more my speed. Is the wagon for sale? No. No, it's not right-hand drive. My guys. You are on the inside camera of my phone. It's a mirrored image. I swear there used to be a button that you could correct the mirror with, but you can't. How long did it take your channel to actually take off? Oh, God. I mean, well, Holy Goat. That's what did it. So I owe pretty much everything to that car. You know what's funny? So I always have a beard, right? I don't like having a beard. I would rather be clean shaven. But unfortunately, I'm lazy. So, I'm it, I just let it grow. You know what I mean? Yeah, if I wasn't lazy, I I would just shave every day. How old is too old for a prospective car or truck? I probably wouldn't do anything older than 48, you know, something immediately post-war. Uh, but, yeah, I mean, I don't know. It depends. I would do a T-bucket or something like that. Roadster. Should get a 51 Chevy. Have one. Well, it's a 52. Same thing. You think you'd have gotten traction without the Holy Goat? No. And it's not because of the car. What the Holy Goat did was it forced me to get better faster. And that it's not just the fact that the car was super interesting, but it made me have to get better at editing in YouTube immediately because the car was so interesting, and I was at least smart enough to realize that I needed to take full advantage of this. You see a lot of people that have like their one, you know, they'll have their one shot, right? Like they'll have a 1,000,000 view video, and then it's just in the tank, right? And I didn't want that. I wanted to really make sure that I could keep it going, and so it took a lot of work and figuring shit out. But If it wasn't for the Holy Goat, that wouldn't happen. Phil, the T-Bird gasser, you're not gonna sell that, are you? Were you? I don't think I can. I don't think I can swing your T-Bird. Would you sail the LTD? No. Would I sell it? No. Do you happen to like 94 to 97 Thunderbirds? No, not really. I forgot. I need to clean this windshield. Hang on. Buff's taking his time anyway. Buff's car keeps spraying shit all over mine. Yeah, no leaks. This is a good car. Now, Buff's car, well, it really mainly just leaks gasoline. And thankfully, it's just gasoline. It's not a big deal. Hang on. I need two hands. There we go. Better like this. Is it like a law that all gas station squeegees have to be garbage? You know what? I think I have one of Birdsong shirts in the car. I'll just wipe it off with that. Somewhere in there. Oh yeah, there it is. Well, actually, there's a towel. That's better. Want your window wash, sir? For about 5 minutes. Much better. All right. Jeez. Let me get my phone plugged in here. We got stuff all over the place in here. Hey, we're over 1,000 people in the live. Thank you guys. Make sure you hit that like button if you would. That helps. Any plans on buying an old shop? You know, I've thought about it, but honestly, the reason I quit my job is because I don't I didn't want to travel to work. So if I bought a shop, I would then have to travel to work, and I like working at home. I like being home. Would you buy quality car parts if you could, even if they cost double? Yes, and I do, all the time. Dalton, do you have a favorite engine? Pontiacs, for sure. Is Buff ready to rock and roll yet? I don't know what his deal is. It's not like it's cold in that car with that heat or anything. I mean, really, it's practically luxury. I'm the one with it hard in here. My blower motor has been squeaking. I mean, it's really... I don't know if I'll be able to survive. it's squeaky. Do you like to party? No, I don't. I'm sure that's probably some movie reference that I don't get. Most of those are completely lost on me. Let me unplug that. Gotta organize real quick while I've got the chance here. Hmm? Need camera batteries?
Mm-hmm.
Here.
Oh, there we go.
You want me to plug that one in? Just take those and I'll plug it in. Cool.
All right, let's go.
Yep. Oh. This charger hasn't been plugged in. So I probably just gave him a dead battery. That's great. Oops. There we go. Now it's plugged in. All right, ready to rock and roll. I know the timing's a little out on this thing, but it ain't too bad. Please go back and race on that dirt track again. I tell you what, if you guys get a hold of Electric City Speedway and tell them that Dalton wants to do a dirt track duct tape circle, and if they'll do it, I will do that race again. But I want my rules. That'd be pretty fun, you know, to have just regular people out there, like 200 of them, and you know, do like 1,000-lap endurance race. You know, like it takes like 12 hours. That would be hilarious. Pole Barn Revival win. Okay, hey, settle down there, big shot. All right, you're going to go into timeout, bud. There you go. I don't even know what you're talking about. Opinion of Buick engines. They're fine. Someone asked, why do I like Pontiac engines? Because it's probably just same as reason anybody else likes certain engines. God, that his car needs a U-joint so bad. I don't know how it's still alive. Anyway, I got distracted. Sorry. You know, it was the first engine I really worked on, was a 389 Pontiac, and so that's the way it is always. I mean, I'm not one of those guys that's like, well, it's not a Chevy, it's a piece of shit. No, people like that are stupid, and they don't actually know anything about automobiles. And I like everything. I even like the little 318 in that Volare. I like Chrysler engines. I don't like the rest of the stuff bolted to them, but that isn't part of the engine. They have really good engines. But whatever you had first, or whatever you have the most experience working on, generally is your favorite engine. We do the I don't get on board with the brand X bad thing. That's just ignorance. Well, except for you know, American cars are better in every way. And old cars are better in every single way. Now, the one brand guys, the guys that go like, found on road dead, they don't know anything about cars. That's as simple as that. It's you know, the true car guys know a little bit about everything. You have to. Thank you, Grant. Merry Christmas. No, they're not just trolling, unfortunately. I'm not talking about my commoners. Hell, you remember the kid pissing on the Chevy emblem and the Ford emblem and all that? This has been around for a long time, and it's always people that are like totally like they couldn't actually work on their engine. I would say Mopar guys are probably the worst about it. Like they'll go, oh, I only drive Mopars. I like my Chargers and all this. And they don't actually know anything about the car. They read a book once, and that's about it. Like, I love Pontiac engines, but there are bad things about Pontiac engines. There are design flaws in them. I've had good luck with them. Not everybody has. I've blown up 4 460s in the last year. I still like them. They're still a good engine. The only thing that only issue I have with Ford is that they re-engineered things like every 3 years. And then you get like the hardcore Ford guys that, you know, like if you say like, well, I have a 67 Mustang and I can't use anything from a 69 Mustang on it because they had to change everything all the time. If you just so much as comment on that, like, oh, well, at least it's not a piece of shit Chevy. I mean, GM, their best thing about them is that they use the same parts forever. Same bell housings on transmissions. The ignition systems are all interchangeable. Everything is modular. And it made it cheaper. It made more sense to do it that way. But, you know, and Chrysler is similar in some ways to Ford, that they just re-engineered things over and over. And if this car was built on a Tuesday and it was blue, then it was, you know, it uses this part instead. Like, that's an objective fact. That's not really my opinion. That's just the way it is. Never worked on a Toyota with a carburetor. I've never worked on a Toyota, and I probably never will. It's not my thing. I don't care if it's your thing, but it's definitely not my thing. The horn and radio do work in this. Oh yeah, Phil, the headliner's fallen out of this. You really kind of sold me a bill of goods with this thing, you know? I mean, I don't know, man. I had to put some duct tape on it. You know, I don't know, man. When will we see the videos on the Wagoneer? I don't know, but that'll be a pretty quick one to pump out. I don't even know what I'm going to do with it. But that guy, Fellowship at Cars, KP, you know, he swapped me that for the 4x4 van, and I like the little Wagoneer. I mean, I think I probably got the better end of that deal, honestly. Yeah, 22R or whatever. I don't know what that means. If the engine is not rated by cubic inches of displacement, I don't know what it is. Sorry. It could be an LS75 or an LQ 904. I mean, it's, whatever. It's got a 350. It's got a 400. It's got a 429. It's got a, 440, 462. Those are engines. That's an engine. Yes, I lived 50 years ago. No, I will not be changing that. What's the SX4? I get asked about that car an awful lot, considering I've explained a lot of times that I'm selling it to Kevin. So DB, the Firebirds with the 400 used to have 6.6. Funny fact, used to say 6.5 on the GTO, but so they were 6.6 in the 70s, they were 6.5 in the 60s. But the reason they did that is John DeLorean in the 60s wanted to compete with European cars, and he thought it looked exotic to put 6.5 liters on the 1960s, 67 and 8 GTO for sure on the fender. That's why he did that, because it was exotic. What brand of self-tappers do you use? I use, well, whatever I have on hand, generally speaking. What's your plans with the Sky Goat? I'm going to pop that motor back out of it and the trans and put something in it and probably give it to my grandpa who wants it. I don't know. I do like the car a lot. It's cool and all, but I don't need it. I do need my motor back though. Think you'll ever get a Firebird or a Camaro? Yeah, absolutely. Jess really wants a 69 Firebird. I would never have a first-gen Camaro just because they're too expensive. But you can still afford a first-gen Firebird. And I do like second-gen Firebirds a lot. But I also kind of have a soft spot for late second-gen Camaros, too. So I'm pretty open on those cars. God, Buff's car leaks a lot of gas. Oh my God. Do you want to kill a Lexus? No, I don't. You can kill your own Lexus. What's the plans with the Rolled Runner? Buddy, I sold that car like 3 years ago. What size self-tappers do you normally use? I think I use number 8s, mostly. Do you like DD Speed Shop? Dan? Oh yeah. Dan's a good guy. He lives too far away, though, for us to do anything, on account of the whole Canada thing. If only he would come to his senses and move to the States. Plans on making merch about the wagon? No, probably not. Honestly, it's too good. Now, when I'm done with my plan for the wagon, of the 871, the 460, and the big meats, then maybe. How do we send you free stuff? I have a P.O. box. It's on the channel page. If you just click on the channel, all the information to get a hold of me or send me stuff is there. Thank you, Jack, so much. I did get another wagon for Casey's Customs on YouTube. It's a 77 Malibu station wagon. So it's actually like the direct competition to this Torino. But this Torino is way, way nicer. So I do think I will probably kind of just fix up and flip that station wagon. So if anybody's after that car, it will be for sale at some point, as soon as Casey gets me the title. Now, hey, don't spoil the bus plans, okay, the school bus plans, that's a members only conversation. If you want to know about the school bus plans, you got to join the Low Buck Club on account of legal liabilities and whatnot. We need to keep that one behind the paywall. I'm sorry about that. I don't mean to be that way, but you know, that for now, the school bus needs to be, we got to lay low on that one, okay? I know Kevin is not a Low Buck Club member, so he has no clue what I'm planning. But if you want to join the Low Buck Club for 99 cents a month, knock yourself out. You can see, I don't know, I mean, not a ton of stuff, but a little bit extra stuff, and live streams, mostly. The original motor for the Holy Goat is taking like way too long. This shop I brought it to was a local shop. I'm not going to give out their name because I'm not that kind of guy, but I don't know, they really dropped the ball and disappointed me. It was one of those places where their dad ran the place and he did a great job. He was kind of legendary. You would probably know his name if you're in BOP circles, but his kids have the place now, and it's not the same. I mean, they're talented enough, they do good work, but they don't have the work ethic their dad did. Like CJ Jeeps, yeah. Hey Christian, thanks for joining the Low Buck Club. No wagon for sale right now, but the one I just got from Casey will be for sale at some point. I got a left lane cruiser here, holding up traffic. Remember folks, the left lane is for passing, alright? Got a California tag on it, tells you everything you need to know. If you're being passed on the right when you're driving on a highway, you're an idiot. Has been a Low Buck Club member for a year. Right on, man. We are in Oklahoma. Limit is 75 through here, I think. Not sure. I'm just following Buff. He's setting the pace. I got a block for him. What is your stupidest car? Probably that plow truck Blazer, really. That thing's pretty dumb. What's the plan with the Jag? It's gone. I sold that quite a while ago. I've been getting about 15 miles to the gallon out of this thing, which is pretty good. With the Gear Vendor's overdrive, it really makes it pretty easy to do, really. Yeah, the tri-power is on the Le Mans. You'll see that in a video at some point. No updates on the purple Ford, but we still have it. No shit, the gear vendors is worth more than this whole car. No doubt about it. Do you love drum brakes? My drum brakes are totally fine. Nothing wrong with drum brakes. As long as you set them up right, you know, get it all working correctly, they work just fine. Just don't get them hot. Now, I've never had a gear vendors before, but I'm kind of sold on them now. It's pretty awesome, but they're so damn expensive. I mean, you're talking 4 times the price of an overdrive transmission. But man, you can't beat the convenience. Ooh, it got windy out. Pushing my wagon all over. Are you ever going to make another video with junkyard digs? Yes. When it's warmer. I don't go north in the winter. I would love to do some stuff with Kevin for sure. I mean, he's probably my best friend, really. But I mean, we're busy, man. Portsky does have a wagon for me that I would really like to have. It's an LTD wagon, or a Galaxy wagon, or something like that. It's pretty cool. I would like to have it. I would go get that maybe in the summer. I'm trying to talk him into coming to me, you know, because I'm lazy. Is it worth it to go to college to be an automobile engineer? If that's what you want to do, that's probably the only way you're going to be an engineer. Guys, just trying to be safe about this. Got some traffic here. Redneck rebuilds, you're out. You're done being ignored. Well, I'm sorry you feel that way. If you haven't noticed, I'm driving. So whenever I look down, I just kind of read whatever's there. What do you think about 306s? They're fine. Whatever. good truck engine, A to B transportation. They don't make enough power to hurt themselves. They'll run forever. Small block build? Probably not. I don't do a lot of Chevy stuff really, which is unfortunate because they're by far the cheapest engine to build. But not my I don't know. I like oddball stuff. Like the station wagon, like it's kind of oddball. We are in Oklahoma currently. What's on JD's Christmas list? I wish I knew. Would have made shopping for him a lot easier. Oh yeah, somebody asked earlier about what I'm wearing. This is one of the sweaters we sell at bullbarnmerch.com. You head over there and pick you up some swag. I like the sweaters without the hood. Like our hoodies are really nice too, and I was wearing it earlier. But I'm kind of old school, so I like sweaters. Howdy. Job. Get you some money socked away before you go buying a t-shirt though. But we do try to sell them pretty reasonable. "74 miles to Oklahoma City." You planning to come to Florida anytime soon? Probably not anytime soon. But at some point, sure. Bumpy. We are close to putting down here, but I'm ready to get home. I don't want to, I would like to stop and see the guy at some point, but for right now, I'm ready to get home. I've been on the road for 9 days now, and I don't know, it's a little much. Vendor's overdrive bolts to the back of your transmission, has a solenoid on it. You click a button and it goes into overdrive. It just reduces the speed of the transmission. Well, it reduces the gear speed. Car. Really would like a 67 or 8 Mustang Fastback. sleep very good last night. I never do when I'm on the road. Yeah, I would love to put a 4-speed in this wagon. That would be cool as hell. But now you're talking real money and real work. And it's got a perfectly good automatic in it. Will you do this ever again? Yeah, probably. Merry Christmas, Rattletrap. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a C6, but it could be an FMX in this wagon. Either way, I'm running it until it chunks. I don't know. I think they did put the FMX behind the modified engines, didn't they? But not the 460. What events are you doing next year? Well, Duct Tape Drags for sure. Pontiac Nationals probably for sure. Other than that, probably just do my own thing. I mean, honestly, I'm not a power tour guy. I'm not a, I don't know. I like meeting you guys, but I also just kind of like the road trip, solo it, or do it with Jess or friends or whatever. And that's what I like to do. So, you know, whenever I spend my time, like power tour is a road trip, I guess, but I don't know. This kind of sounds like a parking lot to me. I'd rather just go drive back roads and see the country. I mean, we're cannonballing home right now, but this whole trip has been cruising, you know, 66 and wandering off into ghost towns out in Nevada. That's, you know, I like going where there's no people, generally. The car doing good on gas. 15 miles to the gallon, it's not too bad on the highway. You ever been to the Upper Peninsula? No, I haven't. And that's in Michigan, so I probably won't. I don't know, maybe. I just like to go west. I don't know. I'm stuck in my ways, I guess. But I would like to go see Idaho, Utah, Washington, Oregon. I like it out there. Now, I'm not talking about politics. I don't want to live there, really. But visiting, you know. That's what I like to do. What's wrong with Michigan? Nothing. It's cold. That's what's wrong with Michigan. I spent a lot of time in Detroit. Yeah, I know, right? Guy says you're driving a carbureted car. That's impossible. You need fuel injection to drive across the country. Yeah, it's crazy how it was 20 degrees this morning and the car started in 2 turns, and then I let it warm up for 30 seconds and started driving. It's amazing. I mean, really, it's impossible. You have to have aftermarket fuel injection. That will fail and leave you stranded. Buff's car, that Volare, you know, it sat out in the desert for 20 years, and it has a carburetor on it. You put gas in it and a battery and a cap and rotor because it was missing, and it runs. And he's driven it well over 1,000 miles to this point. Yeah, see, the Holley Sniper, that's what I'm talking about with aftermarket fuel injection. I find the guys that put the snipers on their cars aren't doing this. And I think for good reason. I wouldn't do it without a carburetor in the trunk, that's for sure. Because you can't buy parts for it. If you lose any of the sensors or anything like that, it's all proprietary. So you're screwed. Now, if you have OEM fuel injection, you know, you get parts for it. You can fix it on the fly. But you can't do that with the aftermarket ones. And they don't like heat. They don't like vibration. You know, they're just not very robust. I have one that they sent me. I'll probably never install it on anything unless I just get bored. I don't think there's any upside to it. I mean, why would you spend $2,000 on something? I don't know if I would trust it to drive across the country and back, you know? Buff's car has a slant in it. No, it's got a 318. Favorite Twisted Tea flavor? None of them anymore. Come with rich Corinthian leather. It did. It did. It's not so rich anymore, though. How is the handling on the wagon? Steering wheel's getting corrected a lot. We're in Oklahoma, so it's just the way it is here. 40 through Oklahoma is rough. Like IPA beers? No, I don't. I will occasionally have a Miller Lite. That's about it. I did buy a 6-pack of Corona when we were working on Buff's car in the dark, in the middle of the desert. I did buy a 6-pack of Coronas. Had a few of those. That's the only alcohol I've had in like 6 months. Thanks, Jim. Yeah, Jim's in here. Make sure you check out the Inevitable Jim on YouTube. He's got quite a few videos on there now. especially bad. It's almost better to drive on 66. Can't tell you what I got Jess for Christmas, but she would know. Miles from Oklahoma City, 22 miles from El Reno. Wagon is a 76. Would you ever use 3D printed replacement parts? Hell yeah, I would. I'd use anything that works. Why wouldn't you? You'd be dumb not to. You ever consider doing a Studebaker? Sure. I'd do a Studebaker. It'd be cool to see you race at the Freedom Factory. Whoa, whoa, we got a U-Haul trailer that is, the tail is wagging the dog ahead. Oh, he got it straightened out. I'm gonna miss it. Let's get around this genius. Pulling that with a Pontiac 5? Yeah, maybe don't do that. I've had that happen one time when I was young and stupid. We loaded a Vista Cruiser backwards on my car trailer, and as soon as we hit 65 miles an hour, it took 3 lanes of traffic to slow that thing down. Some things you gotta learn the hard way. Oldest car, a GTO. We've got the 55 Ford. There's a 52 Chevy around. I like 50s stuff quite a bit. It's just hard to find interior parts for. Jim, you want a drag race? No, not really. Maybe after I get done putting this together with a 460. I bet that 301 would outrun it. That's a metric chassis car. Jim's 70, what is that thing? A 78, 79 Pontiac wagon. 301, that wagon weighs a lot less than this. Oh, it's a 77? No, they're probably equally terrible. And kick on the gear vendors and cruise. I probably will let you guys go once we get up to Oklahoma City here, because it's kind of a chaotic mess around there. But we got a few miles. say in general, I don't really mess with anything prior to 1980. You know, square body trucks being an exception, Eagles, you know, stuff like that. Things that are the same that as they were in the 70s, I'll work on. But other than that, anything newer than that is too new for me. It doesn't do anything for me. Would you buy another Jag? Yeah, I probably would, actually. I still want one with a V12. Thank you, Arthur. Did you get rid of that Monte Carlo? Yep, last year. Can we get some Falcon content? Sure. I like Falcons. Just a Mustang. Or rather, a Mustang is just a Falcon. But, I don't know, have to be the right one, though. I did like the small block in the Jag. That's my only motivation there. I would like to have one, drive it for probably a week, then sell it. Get a diesel Oldsmobile and do burnouts till it blows up. I hate to break this to you, but I don't think they do burnouts very good. New building. Put gears in. Did you do anything to Corvair? Yes. I would really like 65 to 69 Corvairs. I like those cars a lot, but it has to be a stick. It has to be a 2-door or a 4-door hardtop. But if I ever find the right one, you'll see it. Corvairs are cheap. Pick those cars up for $2 or $3 grand in really good condition. '66 to '70 Falcon. Yeah, I like those cars a lot. Definitely very unique. They're like a great value Mustang. Those years. Thinking about a Corvair yourself, huh? That'd be cool. Hope I do a Maverick. Yeah, I would do a Grabber Maverick. That would be fun. It's got to be an early one though. So it's 70 what? 70 to 73 are the good years. But, well, how far are you from home? I am, oh God, 5 or 6 hours from home probably. Jeez. So windy here. Can't wait till we start heading straight west. That'll help some. Do you think 66 Mustangs are good? Yeah, they're fine. About the same as 64 and a half or 65. Your first generation Mustang is kind of a chick car, but you know, they can be cool. I mean, obviously they're iconic, but I'm a 67 and 8 guy. I like those. What rear gear does the wagon have? Probably a 308 or something like that. Just an old car, just a little louder in here. The weather seals are dried up. It does have duals and flow masters, so it is a little bit louder. Coming up on El Reno now, which means we're getting pretty close to OKC. Oh, I can't wait to be home. Next week's video may take a little bit, man, with the holidays and stuff. You guys hopefully understand. I'm pretty tired. I may take a day off or two and just kind of be present with Jess and JD for a bit. Anyway, I think I'm going to let you guys go. This was a lot of fun. I haven't ever done a 2.5 hour long live stream. It's pretty wild. Check out the Low Buck Club if you want more live streams. Get stuff like this more often. You can also get early access to all the videos and members only Discord, 99 cents a month. Nothing to it really. And go to polebarnmerch.com. Get you some swag. That's what keeps us running. See you guys. Carefully stop the stream. There we are.